Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel once again. I'm really excited about this. This is going to be probably the start of a few beers coming from this brewery and a little chat as well in between doing these reviews about Elite Beers UK, who bring these beers into this country so we can buy them from various bottle shops and things. So anyway, this is an absolutely wonderful beer from the Schlenkerla Brewery. I practice saying that so much, and then as soon as I come to say it, it's very difficult. So it's like the Schlenkerla Brewery, the home of smoked beer. This is basically called the Aecht Schlenkerla Erle, and it is a Schwarzbier, which is basically a dark lager, okay? A black lager. A Schwarzbier is a black lager. I'm not German, and I'm trying my best to be able to pronounce these things correctly. I've even wrote it down here in a way that I would almost spell it as it sounds, like the Schlenkerla. It's like Schlenkerla. It's almost like the lamb shank, you know, Schlenkerla. But anyway, it's the home of the smoked beers. They normally smoked beer is normally smoked over beech, and what these do, they smoke it over various different woods, and they're very difficult to get hold of. You can't just pick up these beers anyway. You'll probably get this one a little bit quite, you know, easier than you would the rest, and the Marzen one, but to get the cherry one and other variants of the beers they do can prove to be quite difficult. Well, anyway, this is the first one I want to bring to you, other than the one that's smoked over beech. So this is smoked over alder wood, right? Okay, so let me tell you the description I'm going to read from here. I am very, very tired, so you'll have to excuse me. It's been a bank holiday. Oh, and here's my wife. So yeah, slight distraction there from my wife just popping down to basically say hello. And yeah, but anyway, back to the beer. So yeah, so I've cracked it open. So let's just get it in the glass now, because it's been cracked open for a couple of minutes. I can't remember how carbonated this was. I can't remember whether it raised up the glass or what it did. But you'll probably notice that the lighting is a little bit different in here. And that is simply because my ring light that I normally use sort of like got evicted from the Spencer Arms, because we've had people around here and guests around at the weekend. And we've had several guests around over the weekend. Friday guests, Saturday different guests, today different guests. So the last thing that I wanted was a big lights in the way and all that. So this is a black lager. This is a Schwarzbier. It's a black lager basically. So yeah, black lager, and it's been around since at least the 16th century, although this one hasn't, because it would have been, it'd be gone off, wouldn't it? But yeah, so I've just got a little bit of information here to tell you about this. But now the thing is, at the Schlenkerla Brewery, if you go on their website, there is a ton of information on the website, and it's a fantastic website, and they're very interactive as well. If you follow them on Instagram and you message them, they get back to you, and they're talking English. You can watch plenty of YouTube videos about this, and there's actually a video of that, and I'll probably put it in here. I've probably even shared it before on the other one that I did, that shows you the process of doing the smoked beer. And I think they do their own barley, they're a maltster as well, so they do their own germination of the malts and things for themselves. Absolutely such an interesting brewery. It's absolutely phenomenal. So Schwarzbier black lager has been around since at least the 16th century, and used to be more widespread than it is today. In the Industrial Revolution of the 19th century, it was almost displaced by mass production lighter beers. Who really wants, like mass production lighter beers, all this? I know where I'm at, I know where my money's at. Only a few breweries preserve the beer style, and for about 30 years now it has been experiencing a renaissance. I think that's how you say it. But anyway, basically a comeback, I believe. So for our, it's so hard to say, Aecht Schlenkerla Erle black lager, we use a very special smoked malt. This is not dried over beechwood fire, which is usually the case, but over fire made of alder wood. The alder smoked malt brings a fine, complex, smoky flavour to the beer. Trust me, I've had this before, it's wonderful. Less strong and spicy than in our classic smoked beer, a high roasted malt content provides a pronounced roasted aroma, which it really is, and a dark, almost black colour. And this is coming in at 4.2% ABV. This is absolutely unbelievable, right? So this Aecht Schlenkerla Erle, slightly less alcohol, but is strong in flavour. Trust me, I know what I'm about to get with this. It is absolutely wonderful. Now, where my mic is at the minute, I wear the same sort of clothes when I'm just down here doing this. It's just chill out stuff. So yeah, you know, you recognise me from wearing just silly tops and things. So I've just attached the mic here. It's a bit hot for me cap. But this, I'm just going to take a sip of this. I did not, oh crikey. I did not realise how much I would enjoy these smoked beers until I actually tried one of these beers from the Schlenkerla Brewery. It's quality, you know what I mean? It's quality, the water quality, the mineral quality of the water, the actual freshness of the water, even though this beer is dark and black and malty and sort of silky as well, just from that little sip. It's so fresh and clean and just beautiful. But years ago, and I've said it on my other video, I had a smoked beer and it was absolutely awful. It was almost like it had just been smoked out of some sort of, like, I don't know, polystyrene smoke. It was just absolutely horrible, burnt taste, like fag ash. I explained it almost like it was the ashtray that had been left out when we used to go pubs and smoke and things, and you'd flick your ash into the ashtray and then it'd get wet from the rain if you was outside or whatever. And it's like that ashtray water, smoky, oh, absolutely. Even when I used to smoke and I used to enjoy a cigarette, that was rank and horrible. And that's pretty much like what that beer was, whereas this is just absolutely wonderful. So on the nose, you can smell, there's like a smoothness. And the thing is, when I've got a log burner, and I'll tell you that in a second, but it is just really sort of like, and you've almost got like a vanilla-y sort of like smoothness about the aroma. The dark malts coming through there, and that smoky, lovely, smooth, sort of sweet smoke smell. It's decadent. It's absolutely beautiful. Just to smell the beer and look at the beer is just a pure experience in itself. Look, do you know? So anyway, let's get into this beer. Cheers, everybody. Oh, it's just incredible. 4.2%. 4.2%. Absolutely jam-packed, full of beautiful, silky, lovely, creamy, almost, for me, and beer is subjective, for me, like almost like a vanilla-y sort of like silkiness about it, you know, like there was a creaminess about it. And the way I talk about this is back to the log burner. If you've got a log burner or wood burner, if you happen to have a bit of fiery wood spit out, a decent size, a little good like inch square bit of pop or something, or when you're like stoking the fire up, a little bit falls out. If you leave it on the hearth, because obviously you need like a tile hearth, if you leave it there and just sort of let it burn, when you actually take it off, it leaves like a tarry residue behind, if you get my meaning, and it's a bit oily. And this is why you have to have your chimney swept a lot, because like where it goes through the bend of the chimney, it can leave like this sort of oily coating within the soot and that, and like a tarry oily coating, and that's when like, the movement, and that's when you can get chimney fires if it builds up too much and closes the thing. So a little bit of chat about that as well. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to describe the fact that it's got this like oily type of silky type of smoke, that type of smoke. It's like where the smoke has left from the wood. It's left that oiliness on the malts. It's, you know, you've probably got, like, with normal dark malts, very small amount of sort of like milky, chocolatey taste there. Not a lot. It's probably more subjective. Not subjective. It's probably more like a placebo, because you're thinking of the flavours that you normally get in like what would be a stout, because it's black. But don't forget, this is a lager. So, you know, I mean, it's saying that, like, it's got a pronounced roasted aroma, which you would definitely expect from it, because, you know, you're roasting them malts over a fire. But, like, you're almost drinking it thinking of that stouty sort of thing, but it's not. It is it is a lager. It is clean. It's crisp. It's it's refreshing. It's refined. It's beautiful cold. All the flavours are still there. It must go through a long period of lagering. There's lots of information on here. So it says here, served and sold from the keg at the Schlenkerla and in bottles at selected shops. Exported draft and bottles to the USA, available in the Schlenkerla online shop. Not that they'll send it here. You have to get it from, we have to get it from the bottle shops. And this is why I personally thank Elite Beers, because I know that they are one of the, or if not, well, they're one of, but they're best and the biggest importers of German beer into this country. And they bring it in by the truckload, you know, and they're experts, the knowledge on the beer and everything. And yeah, they sort of given me a few sort of like tips on where to get it from, you know, some of the places they send it to. So I've got Murray in Clarendon Park that I've spoke about, the Offie in Leicester. There is Harbour Stores in Market Harbour, Chanel and his brother. And then now we've got Rainville Stores. I think I'm saying that right. I've only ordered from them once. Rainville Stores over in Leeds, I believe. Fantastic service, quick as a flash that delivery was. And they've got a big range of German beers. So I'll put all them in the description. But you must try, if this beer seems to be of an interest to you, I would really go onto the Schlenkerla brewery, read about it, look how they do it. It's really interesting, and go and try some of this beer. Now, I've got quite a range of their smoked beers. Some that you might struggle to get after watching the video, because they only appear every now and then, I believe. You know, they mostly smoke their beer over beech wood, and then they'll do the elder wood, or they'll do like the cherry wood, or they do an oak one as well that I've had. So there's a few to bring to the channel and talk to you about, and they're all going to give just that little difference in flavour. But if you just think about this being like a nice, refreshing, dark malted lager with a silky mouthfeel, a silkiness, like a resinousy almost type of feel to the smoked burnt. Well, not even, it's not, I'm not saying it's not a burnt taste, like the smoky taste, but it's really resinous. You can almost feel it on the top of your palate, leaving like a, I don't even want to, like a silky, I don't want to say greasy, a silky, oily type of finish. It is, I mean, it looks like blimmin' engine oil, doesn't it? You know, and it really does make me smile, because when we think of lager, well, not when I think of lager, so when I'm saying when we think of lager, but there's a lot of people, if you mention lager, they'll, you know, give me a lager, tell me a lager, like, they'll go like Carlin or Foster's, something like that. But when you're talking about, if I shown that to some of the lager drinkers, they'd be like, that ain't a lager, you know, but it is. It's a black lager. You know, it is, as it says here, a Schwarzbier, which is black lager. You know, lager is there's just a different process of brewing a lager. It's just different yeast, different ways of doing it. It's still a fantastic beer that takes a lot of time to get it right. You know, you can't just brew it quick like some of the macro lagers just get brewed quick to get it out there. Get it out there. And if you drink that type of lager, you know, it's fine. Like I say, beer is all subjective. But for me, I just think to myself, you know, you can try something and like it, but then you try something that's just a little bit more out there and just realise, whoa, how much better there is. And you know what? This isn't expensive neither. It's not like your super expensive craft beer. For me, this is like a craft beer. If you watch the video of what goes into making these beers, you've got to call it, it's a craft, it's an art, it's a science, it's a chemistry, it's everything that's amazing about bringing the beer out of that bottle into this glass and into our palate. It's wonderful. They're on the nose when you swirl it around. It really is a vanilla-y type of oily, roasty, very, very milky type chocolatey. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can just imagine that, like, lovely, you know, when you get that really good quality vanilla ice cream. Someone might be shouting who's had this beer and said, what do you mean vanilla? There's nothing in there. But, you know, whatever I'm getting, and the way I'm describing it is what I'm getting. And if you just imagine, like, when you get that a really good quality, creamy, like Cornish type vanilla ice cream, and it's got that real silkiness about it, and then if you add that to sort of like a really nice dark sort of like dark chocolate, but like a milky sort of chocolate, you know, not like a bittery dark chocolate, but a dark chocolate that has got some sort of like lactose sort of feel about it, like a milkiness about it. If you combined all that together, like a chocolate ice cream, and then you just put that little bit of smokiness with it that comes from the alder wood. I like this, like a sweet type of smoky feel with that oily finish. Oh, I mean, I'm salivating. I've got it in front of me and I can have it. So like, I'm salivating just saying that. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm not really going to say much more about this beer other than just go onto the, if you choose to, go onto the Schlenkerla website, check it all out, read up all about, you know, just have a look at the history, look at the video. It's so interesting. And then just come back to, or keep an eye out, click the notification bell if you choose to, and just watch me go through some of these beers from this brewery. And then, like, you know, if this sound good to you, like, you know, if it sounds appealing, go and have a little search, and I'll put all the links in the description to where you can possibly get these beers from. And if you are in the UK, I'm not sure whether it goes out of the UK, but if you're in the UK, then I would say that Rainville stores over in Leeds will just deliver all over the UK. And so, you know, just check them out. I'm really impressed with the service, and it came so quick. I was blown away how quick it came. I think it probably was within 24 hours. It really was that fast. Don't expect it to always be like that. It's just literally, that's how fast it came. And then these lovely, beautiful beers. And I think off the top of my head, just by an average, I don't think you £3.75. Just off the top of my head, I think I paid for that. £3.75. It's for the quality of the beer. It's a genuine product from the brewery, genuinely imported into the UK. I meant to put it up there, but I've had quite a heavy weekend and I'm really tired. But yeah, just go and check it out. And I highly recommend the original one that I've already reviewed that. And then yeah, just go and check out this silky little number. It's Anyway, like I always say, I could just talk and talk and talk about it as I drink it, as I sip it. But everything I've said is what it is. It's wonderful. It's just so, you know, it's just so lovely. So anyway, I've been Spenno, and this has been another beer review with this wonderful German beer from the Schlenkerla Brewery. They're probably laughing at me because they do, actually I do interact with them. I'll share this and I'll tag them and they do give me the thumbs up and everything else. So they're probably laughing at me. So I'm sorry guys if I'm saying your name a little bit wrong, but I'm trying my best for you. You know what I mean? I'm trying my best. But yeah, just take care of yourself and just like keep supporting, like, you know, if we buy these German beers and that, then we'll get elite beers, keep on bringing them in. The German brewers will still make them. Elite beers will bring them in. We can enjoy them, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. So we can have a great German beer. We can drink some brilliant UK beer, and I'll tell you something. There's some great UK breweries now producing German style beers, and I think that is really wonderful. You know, Thornbridge have done the Heth. Oh God, this was going to roll off my tongue. Hackney Church Brewery have just done a collaboration beer with Rate My Beer and Real Ale Craft Beer, and that was a Weizenbock. That was a pineapple Weizenbock. It was wonderful. Check out my review on that and many others who have reviewed it as well. And hopefully that will come out again. It's sold out. It's gone. But yeah, you know, we're all like playing sort of like with these styles of beers and all sharing the love and that. It's absolutely wonderful. But I will say, you know, German beer, you really can't, I don't think you're going to get a smoked beer like this quite as good as what this is. Braybrook do a smoked beer, is really great, but you know, this brewery is absolutely incredible. Right, I'm waffling on again, ain't I? I'm going on. I can't stop myself. I can't stop. Right, I'm going to stop. Have a great time. This has been a bank holiday weekend. So like, this is Monday, bank holiday Monday, May bank holiday Monday, 2024. And the very first bank holiday, not the end of May. And I just hope you've had a lovely time. It's been a lovely sunny weekend. And I've been Spenno. And just remember, live, laugh, love, keep a smile on your face, and everything should be okay. Don't guarantee me on that, but it should be. Right, take care, everybody. Cheers. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.